In this training, you will learn 7 different hand motions to pace yourself and keep yourself reading rapidly. Each hand motion is used for different types of text and for different purposes. All help you keep moving and avoid regressing. All can be used with academic texts depending on your purpose. Most can be used with the ReadMate, but all can be used without it. Underlining is the first hand motion we learned and is the most common hand motion used with the ReadMate. Some excellent readers use it exclusively. Put your index finger at the far left of a line of print. Move your finger under the words on that line to the right margin. To return your finger to the next line, do one of 2 things. You can make a half oval under one or more lines below the line you just finished reading. This is called the preview return because you are picking up information not yet read. Or you can make a half oval above the line just read. This is called the review return because you are seeing information you have already read. Do this movement in sync with the ReadMate round sound so you are at the end of the line when you hear the loudest, deepest sound. Watch the demonstration. Now take several minutes to practice the underlining hand motion as demonstrated. Pause the video. The phrase pointing hand motion can be used for fast or slow reading. Many readers prefer it for closer reading when more in-depth comprehension is the purpose. Find your peripheral vision. Watch the reader do this. Focus on one letter in the middle of a page. Put a thumb on both sides of the letter. Without moving your eyes to the right or to the left, pull your thumbs away along the line of print as far as you can while still being able to identify every letter. If your eyes move, start again on another line. Replace your thumbs with your thumb and forefinger. This distance is the span of your peripheral vision for reading. Keep your thumb and forefinger in this measured distance and focus in the middle of that space. You should be able to see every word and letter within this boundary. Your eyes only pick up information when they are stopped. The goal is to pick up as much information as you can during that one stop instead of seeing only one word and having to stop on every word. To do phrase pointing, put your finger in the middle of your peripheral vision. Then move to another segment of your peripheral vision and place your finger under a word in the middle of this segment of your peripheral vision. Watch the demonstration. You can do this with or without the ReadMate. When using the ReadMate, the round sound works the same as with the underlining hand motion. The difference with phrase pointing is that your finger is making a jerky movement across a line rather than a smooth one. Many prefer phrase pointing because it seems easier to focus on print. It validates the fact that your eye needs to stop to pick up information from the text. Watch the demonstration. Pause the video and practice using the phrase pointing hand motion. The I love this text hand motion is a variation of phrase pointing and is for medium fast reading, such as a superficial reading or speed reading for pleasure. Make the sign for I love you in American Sign Language. Place your pointer finger and your little finger on the text. These points are to approximate the center points of your peripheral vision for a text. If not, don't use it for this text. As you read, walk your hand down the page using these two fingers. Use the readmate the same way you did for the phrase pointing hand motion. Watch the demonstration. Most people like this hand motion for short durations of reading. It is hard to sustain this hand position for long sessions. Pause the video and try the I love this text hand motion. The dusting hand motion is for faster reading. Place your hand over the text, fingers relaxed, and spread out somewhat. Pull your hand down the text. You may want to lift the fingers to indicate some phrase pointing. Watch the demonstration. You may use the readmate with dusting. You move your hand in rhythm with the readmate, even slightly in an S fashion. Watch the demonstration. For very rapid reading, move the hand straight down the page with little or no vibration. Even though your hand is going straight down the page, it is solely a pacer because your eyes are moving left and right, grabbing images and inferring meaning. Watch the demonstration. Pause the video and try the dusting hand motion for fast reading and its variation for very fast reading. The vertical hand motion is for the fastest reading you do in this course. As part of the rocket-powered reading, which you will learn later in the course. This hand motion is usually used without the read mate because your eyes are not moving across each line of text. Use your pointer finger and pull your hand straight down the center of the text. Your eyes, however, are not going vertically down the page. They are seeing boxes of print left to right, here and there, and grabbing images of text. You infer meaning going this fast with the purpose to identify the general direction of the text at a rate of 3 to 5 seconds per page. You may choose to use some variation of this hand motion. Some readers like to use the vertical from one of the margins. Others like to make it into a slight zigzag movement. Watch the demonstration. Pause the video and try the vertical hand motion. The Z hand motion is used with a narrative in one sitting, as taught toward the end of this course. You read the first chapter carefully, and then the first page of the next chapter, carefully using underlining, phrase pointing, or I love this text hand motion. You will also use these hand motions when you come to each ensuing first and last page of every chapter. Finally, you will read the last chapter carefully, or the climax of the novel if it comes before the last chapter. In between, during every chapter, you will use the Z hand motion. To do the Z hand motion, you underline with your pointer finger the first line of every paragraph, or a line about every 3 to 6 inches of text. You read this line relatively slowly. At the end of that line, you sweep your finger back across the text in a downward diagonal line until you come to the next line you will read more slowly. This motion is in the shape of the letter Z. Your eyes do not follow the Z, rather they do the rocket-powered reading, here and there, grabbing images and meaning. This drill is usually done without the read mate, but it can be used if you go through a round sound with every sweep, left to right on a line and right to left on a diagonal return. Watch the demonstration. Or, as you are able to read faster, do both movements in one around sound instead of two. Watch the demonstration. Pause the video and try the Z hand motion. You have learned all the hand motions we teach in this course. There are many others. For additional hand motions, see the Frank text, Chapter 5, How to Fly with Your Hands. The S, the question mark, the X, the loop, and the L. You have learned some useful hand motions. Let's review. The underlining hand motion, the phrase pointing hand motion, the I love this text hand motion, the dusting hand motion, the vertical hand motion, and the Z hand motion. Each of these hand motions has its place depending on your purpose, your text, and the speed you want to read. You may use them with any type of text: novels, scriptures, science texts, math books, drama, poetry, academic articles. It depends on your purpose for reading them. You have now been introduced to the hand motions we will be learning in this course. Go ahead and try them when they seem to fit your text and your purpose.